Hey, welcome back. We are looking at one of the most important things tonight, understanding what the dates on your credit report mean. And there's a lot of confusion in the comments and what you guys are telling me. So we're going to go one by one, starting with the open date. And this is pretty obvious. It's the date that the account was opened by the consumer. Now, with collections, it might be a little bit different. It's actually the date that they received the account, but moving on. All right, so the next one, very important, date last reported. So the date last reported can also show up on your credit report as the status update date or similar. So this is actually the date that shows the last time the status of the account was updated, such as when the account is disputed and verified, right? So just as an example, the account's disputed on September 1st. The bureaus verify the account is accurate, and there's a quote unquote there. Bureaus update the status date to reflect the date verified as October 15th. So this is most definitely something that you want to watch out for. Why? Well, very simple. Because if they're verifying the account without updating the date, it means that the account was not ever investigated, right? And you can actually click on this and go check this out yourself. So date last active. One of the most important, all right? Date last active is the date the account was last active, obviously, right? So within 90 days after reporting a charge-off or similar negative item, the furnisher is required to supply the DOLA, date last active, that will be used to age the account and thus determine when the 7-year reporting period for that item will end, okay? So if we go back like 2 months in my comments on one of my videos, a gentleman was very confused about the dates and I could not find that comment for the life of me. So here we are making this video. So this means that 7.5 years after the date last active, the negative account should automatically fall off the person's credit report. But if the date is re-aged, that's not going to happen. Generally speaking, accurate negative information should only be reported up to 7 years, right? But you and I both know that sometimes that just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, right? There's a bunch of, exceptions to the 7-year rule, and obviously it's, bankruptcy's on there, but an important concept to understand is exactly when the 7-year period begins. So it's 180 days after the last delinquency prior to the negative reporting. And this applies whether it's an in-house or outside collection. All right. So this now goes to the date last paid. Now, this one is important because obviously, it's a date that the account was last paid, but it's important because the 7-year period begins 180 days after the last delinquency prior to the negative reporting. Obviously, we just went over that. So once again, this applies whether it's in-house or outside collections. So guys, this stuff matters, understanding the dates. You can access this in the link in the description, but if you need my help and want to find out if I can do a credit sweep for you, click on the link and I will see if I can help.